Halo, ati Bwana Gachagua anasema ati Raila na baba yake wamekuwa kuwasumbua wa Kenya. Yeye alikuwa wapi? Yeye alishtakiwa na wizi ya chakula ya msaada kwa watu wa Laikipia. Yeye hastahili simama mahali popote kusema yeye ni naibu wa rais wa taifa ya Kenya. Aibu kubwa. Aibu kubwa. Hivyo Bwana Gachagua, mimi sirika yako. Mangu akinipiga risasi au dunga mimi kisu, lakini Raila Odinga's spirit will continue to live on. Hello? You can assassinate Raila Odinga physically, but you can never assassinate his ideas and the cause for which he stands. And I've said that I am prepared to pay the ultimate price if that will mean liberating the people of Kenya. Kwa hiyo hatuwezi kutishwa. Hatuwezi kutishwa. Tarehe 20 tutaonana wao ana kwa ana. Jana nimeona ile moja yao inaitwa Dennis Itumbi yao Ichetha. Dennis Itumbi anaandika ati tumekuwa na mkutano ya kupanga kwenda kuvamia biashara ya Wakikuyu. Hiyo ni upuzi mtupu. Nataka wafanye biashara wa Kikuyu wasiwe na wasiwasi yoyote, usihangaishwe na hiyo porojo. Sisi tutalinda biashara ya kila mtu. Wakikuyu ni wa Kenya. Wakikuyu walinipigia mimi kura mingi zaidi. Kwa sisi hatuwezi kuharibu biashara ya mtu yoyote. Sisi tunataka kuboresha uchumi. Tunataka kueneza ajira kwa Wakenya. Hatuwezi kwenda kuharibu biashara ya mtu mdogo. Sio wao ndio walikuwa wanasema ati tunatetea hasla. Sasa hiyo lugha hasla imeenda wapi? Imeenda wapi hiyo lugha hasla? Ilikuwa yora ni porojo tupu. Sisi hatuna haja na mfanye biashara ya rejareja au fanye biashara kubwa kubwa. Hao wote wanaajiri watu wetu. Kwa hiyo sisi tunasema sisi tuko na shida na serikali ya Bwana Ruto. Na tutaonana hao.
Welcome Wilkie Steve. It's a nice day and I appreciate so much. Yeah. Before we continue, I appreciate your support, guys. Keep subscribing, like, share, and comment the videos. I appreciate so much because I can see we are moving, and by doing that, I usually get the motivation of actually doing more research and bringing you first-hand information. Yeah, as it happens or it happened. And for today, let us go back. Most of the time you can realize that people ask, why do people from the mountain hate Raila Odinga so much? Yeah? Why do they hate Raila Odinga so much? You know, most of the times when Raila Odinga gets his name in the ballot, you realize that people from the mountain, they cannot vote for him. Yeah? They cannot vote for him. But not that they hate him. It is due to the information maybe they have gotten from the people who are around them, or history can repeat itself. And before we get into Raila Odinga, actually let us start from the founding fathers of the nation. You're going to realize that during the colonial era and the pre-colonial period, when actually the government, when the colonialists decided that now they are leaving and they wanted to give somebody the presidency so they can continue actually leading the people of Kenya. This is the time now we start by actually talking about the father of Raila Odinga, who was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Yeah, this is the guy the colonialists told that we want you to take this seat and become the president of the nation and actually lead the nation. Okay, Jaramogi Odinga was not such a bad man, I can say, during the time, and during the time there were people who were jailed, and Kenyatta was one of the guys who were in jail. Okay, but because Jaramogi Odinga, he was a honest man, he knew that he cannot, if he was to sit as the president, it means the colonialists were to kill Jomo Kenyatta. So he told them, I am not going to be the president of the nation until my brother is released from jail. He had that political stand. He decided that, let it be. I am not going to be the president and my brother is in jail. He has to be released and come so that he can actually help in running the nation. I think he did not say that he is the one to become the president, Kenyatta himself, but he said there is no way. We have to wait. I have to wait for my brother to come, and then we make the government. And actually, that is what happened. So the questions we ask ourselves: what if Jaramogi Odinga, took over as the president, as the first president of the republic during when Kenyatta was in jail? As I say, that definitely, actually, Kenyatta was to be killed, but I don't know whether it was to happen like that, but it did not happen because Jaramogi waited until Kenyatta came. That's when he told him, no, bro, I just waited for you to come and sit as the president. You can imagine. And maybe that's why you find that the Odinga family, they have tried to fight for this seat, but it has become more harder to get this presidency. So when Kenyatta came, he told Jaramogi, thank you, brother, for doing this and actually trusting in me. And now such that have come, now we can make the government, right? So Jaramogi became the vice president by then, and Kenyatta as the president. And you know now the war is over, the Mau Mau, the whatever, these people like Ochieng Oneko, the Kibatis, and we had people like Otenyo from the Kisii land. Those people fought for independence during the time. So as they were making the government, now this is where they fell out. As Kenyatta was actually taking land, I don't know whether I used the word grabbing land. He told Jaramogi Odinga also, instead, so Jaramogi was saying these things should be actually distributed equally for those people who participated in the Mau Mau. But Kenyatta was not for that. Kenyatta told him, go and take land which is enough for you, okay, and leave these other people. Now this is now the atrocities came in. Those other Mau Mau fighters, they were killed, they never got the land. You know, that's now where it started to rain on us, right? As they fell out, now that's where the opposition was born also. Since then, it has been actually the way it is until now, you can see, So it did not actually start with Raila Odinga, it started with the father, And I think if Kenyatta was to listen to Jaramogi Odinga, we couldn't have gotten into this messy. You find it actually led to actually ethnic clashes. You remember 1992 we had clashes. People were killed, Moro, Nakuru, all these places, you know. Because of what? Because of land. People were fighting for land. And this is what Jaramogi said. Let land be distributed. Actually, every member, the Mau Mau people, get land also. And until now, they have never gotten land. Okay? So the big question is, if Jaramogi wasn't truthful and honest, he wasn't to tell the president that, you know, these Mau people also need the land. They have been fighting, they have been in the forest. Now we have to settle down. People should settle and actually start living life, lead a promising life. Yeah? And as you know, the colonialists have been sending money, paying the people, the casualties, people who are tortured during the time. But you find that these people don't get money. Yeah? So that's where now Raila comes in. So Raila also, like I said, people dislike Raila because of his honesty. He talks, actually what he talks, it can, this is how Kenyan politics actually progressed from these two guys, Jaramogi Odinga and Kenyatta, Jomo Kenyatta himself. Yeah, when now Moi came in, he came as a neutralizer, but damage already has been done. Now we had ethnicity. Yeah, some people did not want others to settle in their areas, like in the Rift Valley. You remember in 1992 there were ethnic clashes actually, where people were killing each other, more especially in the Rift Valley region. Yeah, the indigenous, they were sent away to their respective areas of birth, not of settlement. Until now, we have problems concerning land. Everyone, when you see land, you want to take it, either by force or you buy it or you do what you do, so long as you get the land. Okay? Now let us look at Raila Amolo himself and the people of the mountain. People of the mountain, they don't like Raila. They don't hate him, but they don't like him because Raila always talks the truth. And he says, as if I become president, I'll do this and that. And when you know that you have grabbed the land, you have built a house on the road, on the Liberian land, you know very well that if Raila gets to power, he's going to demolish all this stuff. And also, you realize that people fear him because if he gets to power, he says that he's going to control. Yeah? He's going to control even the landlords, how we are going to pay rent. Now this is where the problem comes in. And the people from the mountain, they are our brothers, they have invested a lot. Yeah? Their property, housing, everything, even in transport. So when they hear like Raila wants to control everything, they say no, it is not going to happen like that. So that's why they don't actually vote for him. But if he becomes the president, maybe he can bring the changes because we have not tried him. Yeah, we have not tried, we have not tested him. But this time round, they have realized that people from the mountain, they have realized that Uhuru, what he was saying, he was actually right on what he was saying. Because right away, when you see what is going on, starting from the impeachment of the VP, yeah, the mountain is cool, but not relaxed. That's why they are regrouping to see how they can counter actually what's happening on the ground. And the head of state right now, you know, is a strategizer. So he's actually planning, he's planning ahead. Ruto himself, he plans ahead. He's always ahead in programs and planning. So the people of the mountain, they have to make sure they try and counter before it gets out of hand. Okay? Yeah. So most of the times, that's how people ask, why is people from the mountain not supporting Raila? Actually, those are the 2 points I've talked about, which make them think that Raila, if he gets to power, is going to harass them with their property, and he's going to come up with rules which are going to affect them, yeah, and their progress. But the damage now has been done. The current government also already has infringed, yeah, they have infringed the people from the mountain, because there is nothing which is moving. You know, when the business is not moving, it means the economy is stagnating. And when the economy stagnates, there is no circulation of money. And that's what is happening right now in the country. But according to what is happening, we believe that if Kalonzo and Uhuru Kenyatta plus in the birthday, you will realize that something is cooking. Yeah, something is cooking. And for your information, right away Raila is eyeing actually one thing. He's looking at the AU seat. Let's come next year. If he succeeds, it means we are not going to have now opposition completely, because there is no one who has the capacity actually to push the government to ensuring that people get what they need or what they want. But if he fails and comes back, now the president is going to go back to drawing board, because he cannot relax. He has to make sure he pushes now. He will come up with allegations because he knows the government what's happening, right? So let us wait and see. But what I know is Baba is also a master planner. Already he has succeeded, because people have not been trusting him in leadership or wanting him to become the president. He is always in the government. Whether we choose him or we don't choose him, he will also find his way into the government. Now that's where now he plays bigger politics. Except the 2002 elections, when we voted in Kibaki massively, during the coalition, the NAC coalition, the rainbow, right? That's when we voted in the country massively, and we voted out the then government, Moi. Until then, up to now, they did not actually respect the deal they made during the time. And when we go to 2007, you can realize that against some president, because he was voted massively also, he was to become president. And that's what led to post-election violence in 2007. And actually, people died during the time. The temperatures rised. But actually, Raila ended up becoming the prime minister, the first prime minister in the country, yeah. He was in the government. And let us now come to 2013. You can realize that after also Uhuru Kenyatta winning the elections also, he penetrated in. So Raila has been in the government since. He knows how to do this. He knows how to go about this. Yeah, he knows how to get to the government. He knows how to negotiate his deals. Yeah, but this time around, during the campaigns, you can remember President Ruto and the impeached DP. They used to say that they are not going to need him in any way. Yeah, but right away, Ruto is working with him, and already he has 4 CSs. He has Joe. He has Mbadi, he has Oparanya is at work. There is this Wanda is in the government, is working for Ruto government right away. Just imagine how many CSs we have. Yeah, how many CSs we have, and Raila already has 4 in the government. This guy is a genius. He's a political genius. Now we can hate him, we cannot like him, but he knows how to play his politics, and he succeeds very well. Yeah? And right now, he is aiming at something. And as I can see, this time around, he realized that the people who he is fighting for, they are not after him. So he decided to join the government early as possible, so that he can achieve his goals also. And I don't think whether he's going to be in the ballot in the 2027, because now it's growing old. By the time we get to 2027, it will be something like 80 years, if I'm not wrong, 80 something. So he will not be able to actually be in the ballot. But because he feels that he can run, maybe he can change mind and run. Because we do not have a strong candidate who is going to face the current president, Ruto, and a strategist, the guy who plans ahead, the guy who is ahead of the project. So maybe Raila can be in the ballot. We cannot rule him out. The guy is strong. We have examples of presidents in this Africa who are older than him. People go to 90 years. So maybe he can be in the ballot. Yeah. And he can run. And if people realize how important or how good it is to elect him as the president, it will be okay. We can try him, test him, and see what he actually can do. Yeah? So people from the mountain, I believe, they have come to realize that Baba is not a bad guy. Baba, if the leaders of the region talk to him in a humble manner, he can listen. Yeah? He cannot come here and demolish everything in the name of developing, in the name of doing what. No. He cannot. When you get into power, actually, you have to follow the system. That is a system. Yeah? So that's how I think it can happen. Yeah. So guys, as we continue, thank you for always supporting me. You can subscribe, like, share, and comment the video as I bring you scintillating stories, trending news, home and abroad. I hope we grow together. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all the time. Stay tuned.